is 10 News at 5.
Amazon set the world buzzing with news that it is considering a plan that would allow it to make package deliveries by drones in the future. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon.com, says he hopes to one day be able to deliver small packages to customers within a certain distance within 30 minutes of order. Amazon told 60 Minutes that it is testing the idea and could have it ready in a few years. The Federal Aviation Administration currently has a ban on the commercial use of drones, but it's working on a plan for regulating them by 2015. Drones are already used for a variety of functions in the U.S., everything from spraying crops to filming Hollywood movies, taking photographs for real estate sales. The industry is predicted to be worth about $82 billion in the next decade. Certainly the new thing. For more on drones and their technology, we're joined now by tech expert Dan Thompson from Claris Networks. And we were just talking about this. Seems pretty futuristic, but this is where it's going, and certainly something to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. So totally I really love Amazon for trying something like this. I mean, even if it totally flops, I mean, good on them for just trying to think outside the box and just reimagine how we could do deliveries in the future. And it's a really cool use of technology, in my opinion.
Let's talk about this technology. I mean, is it as simple as like a remote control helicopter? Is that what we're talking about?
Right, yeah, so they look similar to those. And I'm imagining, obviously this is very much in the planning stages still with Amazon, but to make this really effective, they'll need what they call autonomous vehicles, which means they fly themselves. So the idea would be you place the order is somehow matched from your address to a GPS coordinates. The vehicle flies to that coordinates and then drops the package off. Obviously, lots of interesting concerns around this. I mean, these things flying through the air with packages, you know, who's going to shoot them out of the air, things like that.
But it's viable right now.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems to be, I mean, it's a neat idea. I mean, and Amazon is totally taking, you know, head-to-head with UPS and the U.S. Postal Service and couriers, for that matter. And it's just interesting that they would say, hey, let's just try to do this ourselves and see what happens.
Could really change the shipping industry.
Absolutely could. I mean, you think about it, like if I order something, I mean, just say it's even like a gift card. I mean, it's going to take you 30 minutes to go to Walmart, pick the thing up, go through the line, and then get back. So why not pay Amazon to do it? And if they can get it to you in 30 minutes, I mean, that's pretty revolutionary in my opinion.
Not so much in the shipping industry, but we are seeing drone usage in the country. Let's talk about some of those examples.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously the military uses these. Of course, they get pretty picky if you call it a drone, because theirs are unmanned vehicles, which means there's somebody actually behind the controls flying a thing.
They have a pilot usually.
Exactly. So there's those, you see them in the movie industry all over the place. I mean, I even have friends who have, you know, scaled down versions of these, and they use them for videos that they make. Just lots of interesting uses for these things. Of course, privacy always comes into this conversation as well.
Sure, and we're actually looking at video right now from the College of Communications and Information at the University of Tennessee. The department there actually bought a drone for its journalism students to test and use, and they've posted a few YouTube clips of video they recorded up in the air above campus and during Boomsday this year, which capabilities there for aerial shots. It's, that's a great usage of it. So we're going to see more and more.
Absolutely. And that specific drone that you're seeing there is one, seems like it runs a couple grand for the drone itself, and then it's got a GoPro camera, which is a pretty inexpensive camera that people generally will strap onto a helmet or something like that and get, you know, clips of them mountain biking or whatever. But it's really light, so it works well with these drones, and it can do HD, which is pretty crazy.
And very small, so it can get into a lot of
tight places. Exactly.
Okay, clearly one of the key issues, privacy, safety.
Right, yeah, so I mean, you're thinking about all these cameras now buzzing around, who's controlling those, what are they doing with this video feed? So lots of things to be concerned about. Obviously, we as citizens, you don't just want, you know, your neighbor flying a helicopter over your pool during the summer, you know, I mean, picking up video of who knows what. So there definitely needs to be some conversations around what's acceptable use, what's not. Obviously, as you mentioned a second ago, there's laws around commercial use, but what about private citizen use who maybe be, doing things on the side like selling the video later, or there's just lots of conversations that need to be happening. And but really, I mean, this even goes to the whole Google Glass conversation that we've had. Like you're walking around with a camera on your face that's potentially recording all the time. How do we handle that as a society, and are we okay with that?
Yeah, definitely. These are preliminary ideas, but very interesting to talk about.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we'll continue to have discussions regarding drones. But thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, and we'll be right back after this.